sir.
Good morning, sir.
Please join at the earliest, ma'am. Give the reminder in your group. Until now, only 75 have joined. Yeah, good morning, everyone.
Yeah, good morning, sir.
Yeah,
Morning,
Good
sir.
morning, sir.
Good morning,
yeah,
sir.
can we start?
Good
Shall we
morning,
start the
sir.
class?
Good morning, sir.
Good morning, sir.
Yeah, very good morning. Shall we start?
Yes, sir.
Yes,
Yeah,
sir.
no,
Okay.
Yes, sir.
In applied chemistry, in applied chemistry, how many units are there?
Four.
Everybody has
Four,
six.
sir. Four.
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 Yeah. Unit one.
Technology of water.
Technology
Technology
of
of
water.
water.
Unit two.
Fuels combustion.
Fuel combustion and cement.
Cement.
Fuel, combustion, and cement. Still, some people are not saying. Everybody has to say. The third unit.
Corrosion and phase
Corrosion
Corrosion.
and phase rule.
lubricants and polymers.
Corrosion and phase rule.
Corrosion and phase rule. Fourth unit.
Lubricant and
Lubricants
polymers.
and polymers.
Yeah. Fourth unit is polymers and lubricants. Unit one. Yes. See. That means what are the contents are there? The content should be on your mind. That I am saying. Applied chemistry. Total 4 units are there. Technology of water. Array, some background noise is coming. Sai Teja Aula. Please keep your mic in mute mode. Please, all are requested to keep in mute mode. Okay, now you listen only. Okay, okay, I'm keeping my mobile in silent mode. Some messages are coming. Okay. Applied chemistry, there are 4 units are there. Unit 1, technology of water. Unit 2,
Fuel combustion and
Fuel
cement.
combustion and cement.
third unit is corrosion and phase rule.
Phase
Fourth
rule.
unit is polymers and
Lubricants and polymers.
Total 4 units we are having. Okay, yesterday class, okay, that hardness has been started. And what is hardness? Yes, can anybody define hardness?
Which prevent the lattering.
Unique capacity
Yeah,
of
that is one of the main characteristics of
Soap
water.
consuming capacity of water.
consuming
Ah,
capacity
soap
of
consuming
capacity of water.
is hardness. The main characteristic of hard water is that does not give lather with soap, that prevent lather with soap. Then which ions are responsible for the hardness?
Magnesium and calcium.
calcium and magnesium salts of
Magnesium and
bicarbonates.
calcium.
Carbonates.
Okay.
Chlorides and sulfates of calcium and
Calcium and magnesium salts of chlorides, sulfates, bicarbonates. Okay. Temporary hardness is due to
Bicarbonate.
Bicarbonate.
magnesium bicarbonate. Permanent hardness is due to
Chloride.
Magnesium.
calcium chloride,
Magnesium chloride.
magnesium sulfate. And at the same time, how temporary hardness can be removed?
Boiling.
By simple boiling, calcium bicarbonate is converted into insoluble
Calcium
calcium
carbonate.
carbonate, whereas magnesium bicarbonate is converted into
magnesium
Magnesium
hydroxide.
hydroxide.
Don't assume that here calcium carbonate is there, here also calcium carbonate. No, here magnesium, don't assume that here also magnesium carbonate. No, magnesium carbonate is the soluble in water. But here it is on heating, it is converted into magnesium hydroxide. Magnesium hydroxide is the insoluble precipitates. Magnesium OH taken twice. That is the magnesium hydroxide. Now, permanent hardness cannot be removed by simple boiling. So there are particular chemical methods are there. That is
Soda
Ion exchange.
there are 3 chemical methods are there. That in the zeolite process, hydrated sodium aluminum silicates are called as zeolites. Okay, those chemicals are responsible for the removal of hardness causing cations. Okay, that time we will discuss. Then ion exchange method, yes, there are 2 resins are there, cation resin bed, anion resin bed. These 2 resin beds are responsible for the removal of hardness causing ions. Again, we will discuss detail. Then, okay, next one is lime soda process. Lime stands for calcium hydroxide, soda stands for sodium carbonate. These 2 chemicals are required for the responsible for the removal of hardness causing ions. How the calcium hydroxide, if any hardness causing ions are there, they are converted into in the form of calcium carbonate. Then soda is there, sodium carbonate, they are converted into soluble compounds. Say for example, magnesium chloride is there. When it is treated with sodium carbonate, that is converted to sodium chloride. Byproduct I am saying. Sodium chloride is a readily soluble in water. If magnesium sulfate is there, when it is treated with sodium carbonate, that is converted to sodium sulfate. Sodium sulfate is the readily soluble in the water. So that is existing in the water in the form of soluble nature. These things again we will discuss. Forget about that. So this portion already completed. What are the units of hardness?
ppm, milligram
Today I will share the PPT. The PPT I will share in the group. Don't worry. There are 4 units are there. That 1 ppm is ppm, milligram per liter, degree French, degree Clark. Then what is the relation between all these 4 units?
1 ppm
1 ppm is equal to
1 milligram per liter is equals to 0.1 degree French equals to 0.07 degree Clark.
Yes. Okay, 1 ppm is equals to 1 milligram per liter is equals to 0.1 degree French and 0.07 degree Clark.
Clark.
So please remember this. Okay, that what is the relation between each and every unit? Okay, the first notation you remember. Up to this portion is already covered. Now I am switching over to new portion. See what is that new portion is? That is very simple. Okay, that is the yeah, this PPT is visible.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Okay, before going to start the determination, next topic is determination of hardness. How we are going to determine the hardness? Please, everybody, okay, okay, carefully. Somebody are joining. Meantime, if anybody will join, then I cannot accept them because I have to come out from the sharing of the PPT. I have to come back. So this is not at all fair. Okay, are you able to see the PPT?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Okay, 1 minute. Estimation of hardness. Okay. 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 Observation tape. Again, somebody are joining. Arey, Kriti Arora, why you were late? Kriti, why you were late?
Sorry, sir, I was struggling with network issues.
Okay, okay. Okay, now, chalo, let's start. Now, our next topic is determination of hardness. How we are going to determine the hardness? What is hardness? We had discussed. Then how we are going to determine? The determination is very simple. There are different methods are there. The first method is EDTA method. Okay, EDTA. What is the name of EDTA? Ethylene diamine tetraestic acid. Ethylene diamine tetraestic acid. EDTA method is there. There are different methods are there. First one is EDTA method. Then soap consuming method. Then Henry's method. There are different methods are there. But out of those methods, in our curriculum, in our syllabus, only EDTA method was there. So don't worry. So we are discussing EDTA method. Why EDTA method is most popular? Because this is the highly spontaneous reaction. That means immediately, based on the titration, we could able to determine the hardness. That means, okay, comparatively, Henry's method and soap consuming methods, those are not in our curriculum. But just for your information, you keep in your mind, EDTA method is the spontaneous method. Quickly, you can able to determine the hardness. Okay, now, before going to start that, what is EDTA and what is EBT? Okay, here it was written. Okay, let us go through it. EDTA. What is the name of EDTA? Ethylene diamine tetraestic acid. Okay, this is the tetraprotic acid because acetic acid is there. CH2COOH, one proton here it may donate. Here also CH2COOH, CH2COOH, H is removed, hence it is written minus. Then CH2COO minus, that means H is removed, so it is a tetraprotic acid. Now, see, normally in the determination of hardness, here what is the EDTA is simple EDTA is insoluble in water. Okay, that means it is not insoluble, but it is partially soluble. So to increase the solubility of this disodium, the EDTA, that is converted into disodium salt of EDTA. See, here it was written disodium salt dihydrate, or otherwise simply you have to say, you can say disodium salt of EDTA. That means, okay, simply how we are converting into disodium salt? Simply the EDTA may be dissolved in the aqueous sodium hydroxide solution, then that is converted into disodium salt of EDTA. But this much you remember. Okay. butadiene is primary standard. Okay. Now, next one is okay, EBT indicator. The EDTA is this is the colorless. This EDTA is the colorless crystalline compound. So that colorless crystalline compound, when it is dissolved in the sodium hydroxide, that leads to colorless white solution. That means colorless solution only. EDTA is colorless. Even sodium hydroxide is also colorless. So that solution remains colorless. Then EBT indicator, next one. Okay, in the determination of hardness, we are using one indicator. That indicator name is EBT. What is the name of EBT? What is the abbreviation of EBT? Is ureochrome black tea. Ureochrome black tea is the one complexometric titration indicator. See, there are, yes, here as the topic has come, just I am giving one example, one briefing. See, there are different types of indicators are there. What are those? Say, for example, acid-base indicators or neutralization titration indicators, phenolphthalein and methyl orange. These two are the indicators which are used in the acid-base titrations. Then, okay, potassium permanganate and as well as N-phenyl anthranilic acid is there. Those two indicators are okay redox titration indicators where oxidation and reduction reactions simultaneously takes place. Those indicators are redox indicators. The best example is potassium permanganate and okay. Then next one is phenyl anthranilic acid, N-phenyl anthranilic acid. Then third one is complexometric titrations. Yes, complexometric titration means the titration in which involve the formation of colored complex. That such type of titrations are called as complexometric titrations. So here we are using EBT. This EBT is example for complexometric titration. So what is the color? Its color is blue color. Normally EBT is fine powder form. That means that is existing in the form of dark blue color powder. So when the dark blue color powder, when it is added to water, that water becomes very dark blue color. That water we may add during the titration. That means in the form of droplets. Simple 1 or 2 drops you can add EBT indicator to the reaction mixture. So that is the okay EBT. What is the IUPAC name of this name? That IUPAC name was given here. The sodium 1,1-hydroxy 2-naphthyl 6-nitro 2-naphthol 4-sulfonate. Okay. Yes. See here it is sodium 1. Why it is sodium 1? Because sulfonate. Here sodium is there. Then after that 1-hydroxy 2-naphthyl azo. Why 1-hydroxy? See here. Let us assume that here you give the number in hydroxy position 1, 2. 1 position hydroxy, then 2 position. Okay. Naphthyl azo. This is the naphthyl group and azo. N double bond N azo. Then okay. Here onwards you give the numbering again. Okay. Here 6-nitro is there. Okay. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 6-nitro. 2-naphthol. Why it is 2-naphthol? Here it is 1, 2. 2 OH is there. This is 2-naphthol. Then 4-sulfonate. 1, 2, 3, 4. 4-sulfonate. So this is the IUPAC name of EBT. Just you remember, this is knowledge purpose. See, what is EDTA? EDTA is one ligand. What is the structure of the EDTA? This is the structure of the EDTA. Ethylene, CH2CH2. Diamine, NN. Tetraestic acid, CH2COOH, 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 CH2COOH. Okay, these chemicals names, it is not required. Just you, okay, remember this. Now, next one. Okay, what is the next one? Estimation of hardness. Why? Okay, how we are determining the hardness? See here, determination of hardness is important for industrial purpose. Chod. Okay, here normally what is happening? Somebody are joined. Rajeshwari Gangula. Yes, Rajeshwari, why you were late? Rajeshwari. Is she is there or not? Okay. See here, first of all, what is the procedure in the determination of hardness? How we are determining the hardness? See here, first of all, standardization of EDTA solution or otherwise, okay, वो छोड़ दो, heading छोड़ दो. First of all, what we have to do? What is the procedure? See, wash, rinse, and fill the burette with EDTA solution. That means, okay, this is not EDTA, disodium salt of EDTA solution. Okay, what is the procedure? Determination of hardness procedure. Pipette out or see, fill the burette with EDTA solution. See, every time during the titration, one burette is there, one conical flask is there, one pipette is there. So in the burette, we are filling with EDTA solution, disodium salt of EDTA. EDTA is okay, solubility is very weak in the water. So to increase the solubility, that partial solubility is there. To increase the solubility, we are converting into disodium salt. So the disodium salt of EDTA solution is filled in the burette. Then after that, take 20 ml of standard hard water sample into conical flask. Standard hard water sample, pipette out 20 ml, then take it into conical flask. Then, okay, add 10 ml of buffer solution. Here we are using basic buffer solution. Please remember, basic buffer solution to the conical flask. Then we are adding 2 or 3 drops of EBT indicator. Then shake well, the solution turns to wine red color complex. Then this wine red color complex titrated against disodium salt of EDTA. When the solution turns to wine red color to blue color, stop the titration, note down the reading. Once again here observation table was there. Here you can see the observation table. Okay, here what happened, what you have to do, once again I am repeating the procedure. What is the procedure for the determination of hardness? Once again, please remember, fill the burette with disodium salt of EDTA. Then which water sample we have to determine the hardness? That water sample 20 ml you pipette out into conical flask. Then add 10 ml of basic buffer solution. Why we are adding basic buffer solution? Because in order to maintain the basic pH, see, we have to maintain the 8 to 10 pH. So how we have to maintain the pH 8 to 10? See, here it was written, when indicator is added in water sample at pH 8 to 10, that means because of basic buffer solution, the pH is maintaining 8 to 10. Then what happened? After adding the basic buffer solution, add 1 or 2 drops of EBT indicator to the conical flask only. By that time, the solution turns to wine red color solution. That wine red color solution titrated against EDTA solution which is present in the burette. Then let us assume that, see, volume of standard hard water sample which you are determining the hardness, first series 20 ml, note down the observation table. Then burette reading, in the burette EDTA is there, EDTA initially it is 0. Then, okay, pipette out 20 ml of hard water sample into conical flask, add 1 or 2 drops or 10 ml of basic buffer solution, then 1 or 2 drops of EBT indicator. The solution turns to wine red color. That wine red color solution titrate against EDTA solution which is present in the burette. Then start the titration. Okay, drop by drop, while stirring or while shaking the conical flask. After some time, the wine red color solution turns to blue color solution. Stop the titration. When the solution turns to wine red color solution to blue color, stop the titration. Then note down the reading. Let us assume that 10. Okay, the burette reading is 10. Then here you write down 10. Then you throw the solution. That means decant the solution from the conical flask. Again you wash it with water thoroughly. Then again you go for second reading. In the second reading, again pipette out 20 ml of hard water sample into conical flask. Then add 10 ml of basic buffer solution. Then add 1 or 2 drops of EBT indicator. The solution turns to wine red color complex. That wine red color complex again titrated against solution okay, which is present in the burette. When the solution turns to wine red color to blue color, stop the titration. So my conclusion is, due to addition of EBT indicator to the conical flask, what is happening? The solution turns to wine red color solution. So that wine red color solution, when it is titrated against EDTA solution, that solution turns to blue color solution. So that color change is the identification that indicates the completion of the reaction. Then stop the titration, note down the reading. Then, okay, from that you conclude the concordant reading. What is the concordant reading? Consecutive reading should be same. Consecutive reading should be same means, let us assume that in the first series you got here 10, and in the second series if you got 11, then these two are not concordant reading. You got 10 here, you got 11 here, again you got 10 here, then first and third are also not concordant reading. Concordant reading means the next immediate reading should be same. If that is the case, then you go for fourth titration, fourth round titration. If the fourth round also, if you got 10, then third 10, fourth 10, then these two are the concordant reading. Here 10.0, that is the concordant reading. Once again, please, have you understood concordant reading?
Yes, sir.
Yes.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Next immediate reading should be same. Let us assume that here you got 11, then here you got 11, then here you got, or otherwise 11, 11. With this you stop, and here you can 11. Let us assume that here you got 11, here you got 10, here you got 11. Then you should go for fourth titration. Fourth also you are required to get 11. Then only the third and fourth are similar. Consecutive reading is shown same. Then that is the level. That is the concordant reading. So this is the titration. Okay, now see here, during the titration, what is happening? What type of chemical reactions are taking place? Why that solution turns to wine red color solution? Why that solution turns to blue color solution? Yes, with the help of chemical structures, we can able to determine this determination of hardness, or this is the, we here, what is the heading of this? Determination of hardness by using EDTA method. Because here we are using EDTA as a ligand, or otherwise this is also example for complexometric titration. Why it is example for complexometric titration? Because during the titration, colored complexes are going to be generated. With the help of that colored complexes, we could able to determine the end point. That means, what is the definition of complexometric titration? The titration which involves the formation of colored complex. Yes, here also some colored complexes are going on. How? Yes, let us go through the titration reactions. See here, I had already shown what is the structure of EBT indicator, what is the structure of EDTA indicator. Okay, first of all, we are pipetting hard water sample into conical flask. M stands for metal ions. That means hard water sample which is present in the conical flask. Either calcium ions may be there or magnesium ions may be there. Like that, different ions may be there in the water sample. Then to that water sample, we are adding 10 ml of basic buffer solution, that ammonical basic buffer solution, to maintain the pH 8 to 10. Okay. Array, 8 minute, one phone call I am getting. Hello. Sorry for the disturbance. Yes, where we are? Yes, here we are. That what type of chemical reactions are taking place during the titration? Yes. See, what is the procedure? Procedure is we are pipetting 20 ml of hot water sample into conical flask. Then we are adding the 10 ml of basic buffer solution. That's fine. Why we are adding basic buffer solution? To maintain the pH. That's fine. Then after that we are adding EBT indicator to the conical flask. What is the EBT indicator? What is the structure of EBT indicator? Here, this is the structure of EBT indicator. Just now I had shown, and what is the IUPAC name also I had shown. This is the EBT indicator. Here hydroxy groups are there. Then what happens when EBT indicator is added to the conical flask? Then immediately the metal ions which are present in the water sample may react with EBT in presence of basic buffer solution. That is going to produce a metal EBT complex. So because of the complex, that is going to show the wine red color. So once again, I am reminding the procedure. What is the procedure? Pipette out 20 ml of water sample into conical flask, then add basic buffer solution, then add 1 or 2 drops of EBT indicator. The added EBT directly may react with metal ions which are present in the water sample. What are the metal ions? Calcium and magnesium ions. Then that is converted into calcium and magnesium salts of EBT complex. That means MEBT, that stands for metal EBT indicator or metal EBT complex. That complex show the wine red color. So ultimately the solution which is present in the conical flask after addition of EBT, that is appearing as a wine red color solution. So at the time of Viva voce examination, we may ask why, okay, reason for wine red color. Then you are required to say metal EBT complex is having the wine red color. That's fine. This wine red color solution, that is nothing but metal EBT complex titrated against EDTA solution which is present in the burette. That means disodium salt of EDTA which is present in the burette. What is the structure? CS2. And don't get confused regarding this structure. These structures are very simple. Ethylene, diamine, tetraestic acid, CS2COOH, 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 CS2COOH. Nothing at all. That very big structures are there. No, these are very simple structures. Here, once again, I am explaining what type of chemical reactions are taking place during the titration. That slide I am showing here. The colored metal EBT complex, when it is titrated against disodium salt of EDTA, then what happened? Yes, here, when it is titrated, see, the EBT may react with metal ions, even though, because after reacting with this EBT, some metal ions, free metal ions maybe still remains in the water sample. That means in the conical flask. Some, actually almost all the metal ions may react with EBT, but in some cases, some free metal ions are there. So initially, because of the titration, the free metal ions which are present in the conical flask immediately may come in contact with disodium salt of EDTA, and that is going to produce the metal EDTA complex. Then, if you keep on addition of EDTA solution to conical flask, then what happen? Okay, then the extra drop of EDTA, that means we are titrating EDTA, that extra drop of EDTA may drag the metal ions from EBT indicator. See, earlier metal EBT complex is there. Due to titration, this is the free EDTA. The free EDTA may drag the metal ions from the EBT indicator. That is dragging the metal ions after completion of the free metal ions which are present in the conical flask. The added disodium salt of EDTA may react with free metal ions which are present in the conical flask. After completion of the free metal ions, then the added EDTA may drag the metal ions from the EBT complex. Then that is going to form the metal EDTA complex, and that is leaving the free EBT complex, free EBT indicator. As EDTA is dragging the metal ions, so that is dragging it. So because of that, EDTA complex is going to be generated. then free EBT indicator remains in the water sample. Now, here the question is, why EDTA is dragging the metal ions from the EBT? Because EBT complex is weak complex. This is the metal EBT complex is wine red color complex, but that is the weak complex, unstable complex. You can say it as unstable complex. And here EDTA complex, see EDTA is, okay, that is a strong ligand that is dragging the metal ions. Then see here two chelating bonds are there. So this complex is quite stable compared to this metal EBT complex. Then that is going to form stable complex. But here the difference is the stable complex is the colorless. You remember this. Metal EDTA complex is colorless. Free EDTA is also colorless. But whereas the solution turns to blue color. Why the end color is blue color? Because of the free EBT indicator. The free EBT indicator is blue color, hence the end point is appears as a blue color. अरे समझ में आ रहा है कि नहीं आ रहा है? हाँ,
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Okay,
Yes, sir.
Just quick revision, please concentrate very carefully. Determination of hardness. We are determining the hardness by using EDTA method because we are using EDTA as a ligand. What is the procedure? Pipette out 20 ml of hard water sample into conical flask. Then to this conical flask, add 10 ml of EBT buffer solution. Then add 1 or 2 drops of EBT indicator. The solution, just rinse it. The solution turns to wine red color. This wine red color solution titrated against the disodium salt of EDTA solution which is present in the burette. Then during the titration, the disodium salt of EDTA, the EDTA when it is added to conical flask, in the conical flask, if actually free metal ions are very less possibility, still if any 1 or 2 free metal ions are there, those free metal ions are directly reacting with EDTA, that is converted into EDTA complex. Then we are, because we have to continue till blue color reappears, then we are, due to addition of EDTA, the added EDTA is acting as a strong chelating agent, or otherwise that is acting as a strong ligand. That ligand dragging the metal ions from the EBT indicator, then that is converting into EBT complex, EDTA metal complex, then that is leaving free EBT indicator in the reaction mixture. As free EBT indicator is existing in the reaction mixture, the solution turns to blue color because the original color of free EBT indicator is blue color, so it is existing, it is showing as a blue color. So at the time of viva voce examination, we may ask these type of questions. During the titration of hardness, what is the color of metal EDTA complex? Then you are required to say, what is the color of metal EDTA?
Colorless.
Colorless. Then what is the color of metal EBT indicator?
Blue.
Wine red.
Color. Don't say blue color. Then here, see, one more question may ask. Why the at the end point, why the solution turns to blue color? Reason behind that.
Presence
Because of free
Presence of free
Presence of free EBT indicator. Because EDTA is dragging the metal ions from the EBT indicator. Hence, free EBT indicator remains in the water sample or otherwise in the reaction mixture, conical flask. Hence, it is showing as a blue color. Here, EBT metal complex is unstable, wine red color. Metal EDTA complex, colorless, but that is stable complex. Here, one more question they may ask. Why we are adding basic buffer solution? Yes, the question is, in presence of basic
To make the solution
Maintain the
basic.
pH 8 to 10.
the color, yes, to maintain the pH 8 to 10. Why we have to maintain the pH? Because in presence of basic buffer solution, the complexes are quite stable. Okay, what are the complexes? Either metal EBT complex or metal EDTA complex, any complex. So these complexes are quite stable in presence of basic pH. So in order to maintain the basic pH, simply we are adding the basic buffer solution to maintain the pH 8 to 10. This is the determination of hardness. Very simple. Very simple. Once again, I am quick revising. Okay, revising. Determination of hardness by using EDTA method or otherwise complexometric method. Why it is complex? Why? Yes, complexometric titration. What is the complexometric titration? The titration which involves the formation of colored complex. So, what is the best example for complexometric titration? Determination of hardness is best example for the complexometric titration. That's fine. Just introduction type. Now, how we are going to determine the hardness? Very simple. By using EDTA method. Pipette out to 20 ml of given hard water sample. That means which water sample you are required to determine the hardness, that water sample you take 20 ml into conical flask with the help of pipette. Then add 10 ml of basic buffer solution. Then add 1 or 2 drops of EBT indicator. The solution turns to wine red color complex. That wine red color complex, what is the reason for wine red color complex? Because due to the formation of metal EBT complex. What is the EBT stands for? Eriochrome black tea indicator. EBT, Eriochrome black tea. That was there in the PPT, you go through it. Now, that wine red color solution titrated against disodium salt of EDTA. Why we are taking disodium salt of EDTA? The pure EDTA is colorless crystalline compound and its solubility is very less. So to increase the solubility, we are converting into disodium salt of EDTA. That is also colorless. Now, the wine red color solution titrated against disodium salt of EDTA. Then when titration started, the EDTA, initially that drags the free metal ions which are present in the conical flask. Then after completion of the free metal ions, the EDTA is going to drag the metal ions from the EBT complex. Then that is going to form one stable complex, metal EDTA complex. Then that is leaving the free EBT indicator in the reaction mixture. So because of the free EBT indicator, the end point is appears as blue color. Hence the end point is showing as blue color. When the solution turns to blue color, stop the titration, note down the reading in your observation table. What is observation table? Just now I had shown. Serial number, volume of water 20 ml, burette reading, initial 0, final. That means when it turns to blue color, note down the end point. Let us assume that when the solution turns to blue color, volume of EDTA consumed. Check it. Let us assume that if it is 10, write down 10. Bas. Next one. Okay. These are the chemical reactions. The next one is, these are the chemical reactions. What is the procedure? Yes, here the procedure was explained initially. This is the procedure. Then after that, what are the chemical reactions are taking place? You are required to write, you are required to draw these structures in your examination. And there you have to write metal EBT, EDTA. Metal stands for either calcium or magnesium. Ca+2 or magnesium +2. Then after that, what is the calculation? This is the procedure. What is the yes, this is the calculation. How you have to calculate concordant reading? You are getting concordant reading. Concordant reading stands for next immediate reading should be same. Then see here there are three observation tables are there. First you go through the first observation table. Then you got one concordant reading. Then you go for calculation. What is the calculation? Okay, here another method calculation was given. Okay, here it is, this calculation is not required. For environment ecology, that calculation part is required. Okay, don't worry. Here only we can go through it. As per law of equivalence. Law of equivalence means N1V1 is equal to N2V2. If it is in normality, N1V1 is equal to N2V2. If it is molarity, M1V1 is equal to M2V2. Okay, in the form of molar concentrations. Now, see, I am saying one. Okay, I am saying one object. What is our main object is we have to determine the hardness. So I am saying the object. My question to determine the hardness of given water sample by using n by 100 EDTA solution with the help of EBT and EDTA solution. This is my objective. Once again, I am saying determine the hardness of given hard water sample with the help of n by 100 EDTA solution. Okay, so here two solutions are there: water solution, EDTA solution. Water is unknown. EDTA solutions, okay, strength was given, that is a n by 100. N by 100 means 0.01. Okay, now n1 v1 is equals to n2 v2. Law of equivalence. n1 v1, let us assume that water, or otherwise n1 v1 is the EDTA, n2 v2 is water. Now n1 v1, n1 EDTA normality was given n by 100, 0.01. Substitute the values in the formula, 0.01 into, that should be multiplied with v1. V1 is the volume of EDTA consumed, that is nothing but concordant reading. Let us assume that 10, that means 0.01 into 10, that is equals to n2 v2. What is n2? N2 is the normality of water, that is a question mark, we have to calculate. Then n2 as it is, then that should be multiplied with v2. V2 is the volume of water sample taken, that means we are pipetting 20 ml, so 20 ml. So almost all the data was there, only n2 is not there. Calculate the n2. Okay, n2 is equals to, you calculate it, you are getting one volume. Then after that is the normality of water sample. Then calculate the strength. How we are going to calculate the strength? Strength is equals to normality multiplied with, okay, normality multiplied with 1000, because we have okay, we have to convert into ppm, so we are multiplying with 1000, and at the same time that should be multiplied with molecular weight of calcium carbonate or equivalent weight of calcium carbonate. Once again I am saying, here we are calculating normality was given, the strength of EDTA was given in the form of normal, so we have to multiply with 50, because calcium carbonate molecular weight is 100, its equivalent weight is 50. So here we have to multiply with equivalent weight of calcium carbonate. Once again, strength is equals to normality into equivalent weight of calcium carbonate into 1000. This is the formula. Once again, strength is equals to normality, that should be multiplied with equivalent weight of calcium carbonate and the into 1000. See here, you always remember why we are multiplying with equivalent weight of calcium carbonate. Yes, here one formula is there. Always we have to express the hardness in equivalence of calcium carbonate. Why? Because this is the fundamental. This was okay, our okay, scientist or otherwise okay, our experts has given this standard value, because calcium carbonate molecular weight is 100, equivalent weight is 50. So for the numerical calculation purpose, it is very simple. So hence, Deepak Patel was left. Why he left? He is not interested in class. I don't know, man. This is very bad. Very, very bad. Deepak Patel. Okay. So we are using equivalent weight. Sorry, why we are calcium carbonate molecular weight is 100, equivalent is 50. So calculation is very simple. Hence they considered as a calcium carbonate as equivalent, and at the same time most insoluble precipitate compared to all other ions. Calcium carbonate is the most insoluble precipitate. So hence they considered as all types of hardness that should be expressed in equivalence of calcium carbonate. What does that mean? What that mean is, that means, say for example, water is having magnesium chloride hardness. Let us assume that magnesium chloride. But as per the calculation, as per the degree of hardness, we have to express in equivalent weight of calcium carbonate. How we are converting in equivalent weight of calcium carbonate? Simply by multiplying with calcium carbonate either molecular weight, because if M1V1 is equal to M2V2 is there, if you are calculating the molarity, then you are required to multiply with 100. But here we are calculating with N1V1 is equal to M2V2, so we have to multiply with 50. अरे समझ में आ गया?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Now,
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
अरे सुनो, don't ask any question. So we have calculated the normality. Then after that, strength is equals to normality into equivalent weight of calcium carbonate into 1000. Then you are getting one value. So that value is the hardness of that water sample. So this is the calculation part. So that means, concluding, what is hardness? What are the different types of hardness? What are the units of hardness? What is the determination of hardness? What is the chemical reactions of hardness? Then what is the calculation? Okay, that means in whole hardness is completed. समझ में आ गया कि नहीं आ गया?
Yes, sir.
Yes,
Yes,
sir.
sir.
Yes,
Yes,
sir.
sir. Yes, sir.
Very simple.
Yes,
right?
sir.
Very simple. Don't worry. It is very simple. Once again, I am saying determination of hardness. Pipette out 20 ml of hard water sample. That means given water sample into conical flask. Add 10 ml of basic buffer solution. 1 drop of EBT indicator. Solution turns to wine red color because that is due to formation of metal EBT complex. Now, then after that, that wine red color solution titrated against disodium salt of EDTA. So that during the titration, the EDTA initially that may react with free metal ions which are present in the conical flask. Then after that EDTA may drag the metal ions from the EBT indicator. Then that is going to form the stable complex metal EDTA complex that is stable and colorless. But free EBT indicator is there in the reaction mixture. Hence it is showing the blue color. Why we are adding basic buffer solution? In presence of basic buffer solution, the complexes are quite stable. Then what is the color of metal EBT? Wine red color. What is the color of metal EDTA? Colorless. Why it is showing blue color at the end point if it is colorless, if that complex is colorless? Because in the solution, free EBT indicator is remains there, hence it is showing the blue color. Okay, this type of method is which method? This is one of the best example for complexometric titration method. At the time of Viva's examination, if any teacher will ask, give the example for complexometric titration, then suddenly you can say determination of hardness is the best example for complexometric titration. Then another one is, this is also one of the best method, EDTA. How we are going to determine the hardness? EDTA method. What is EDTA stands for? Ethylene diamine tetraestic acid. What is EBT stands for? Ureochrome black tea indicator. How we are doing that calculation? Simply get the concordant reading. Then after that, if the value of if the constant strength was given in the normality, then N1V1 is equal to N2V2. If the strength was given in the molarity form, M1V1 is equal to M2V2. If it is a strength was given in normality form, then N1V1 is equal to N2V2. N1V1 EDTA, let us assume N2V2 water sample, then N1 N by 100, V1 concordant reading, N2 V2 N2 question mark, V2 20 ml. Calculate, put the 20 ml. Calculate the N2 normality of water sample. Then calculate the strength. Strength is equals to normality of water sample into equivalent weight of calcium carbonate into 1000. Then you are getting the strength. Strength is nothing but hardness of that particular ion, that particular water sample. This is the determination of hardness. Calculation is also completed. Okay, now see, This hardness is the total hardness, because here you can show here, here you can show here observation table. Okay, standardized EDTA solution. Okay, let us assume that unknown hard water sample. The first one is the total hardness you are getting. Now, if the same water, that means which we took the 20 ml, if the same water is boiled, because of the boiling, what happened? Temporary hardness can be removed. Then you boil the water, the same water sample, then okay, then the boiled hard water sample, you take the 20 ml, then you do the calculation same. Here, volume of boiled hard water sample 20 ml, burette reading initial 0, do the titration, you may be getting some value, then repeat the titration to get the concordant reading. After getting the concordant reading, you put the value here, then you go for the calculation. N1 V1 is equal to N2 V2, N1 V1 EDTA, N2 V2 water sample, then calculate the normality of water sample, then calculate the strength equals to normality of water sample into equivalent weight of calcium carbonate, that is a 50, then multiply with 1000 to convert into ppm, then you are getting one value. That value is nothing but permanent hardness. Why it is permanent hardness? Because due to boiling, temporary hardness was removed. That means if bicarbonates are there, those bicarbonates are converted to carbonates. The leftover are permanent hardness. Now, here you are getting, with this first titration, with the help of unknown sample, you are getting the total hardness. Here you are getting the permanent hardness. Total minus permanent, that is nothing but temporary. So we could able to determine the total hardness, temporary hardness, permanent hardness. Yes, समझ में आ गया कि नहीं आ गया? बोलो.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Any doubt? Chalo.
Yes, sir.
Yes, ask. If you are having any doubt, you can ask, man. No doubt. Don't feel ashamed. Any doubt, even though if it is minor, you ask me, because other students also may get clarified with that doubts. I am giving the chance. Okay, you can ask. In the determination of hardness, do you have any doubt? Either in the theory portion or in the reactions, or otherwise in the calculation, you can ask. Yes. Yes, you can ask any question. अरे ask. हाँ, क्या हुआ? सभी लोगों को समझ में आ गया कि नहीं आ गया?
Yes, sir.
आ गया सर. आ गया सर.
आगे sir. All clear.
Yes, sir.
All clear? पक्का?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
I come to video mode. Everyone, please come to video mode. Come to video mode.